Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community. With your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered. Listen, Rihanna. You're like trying to be their little Rihanna. I was like, what?
Yeah, like that. I've told you I'm testing out different things.
I know. Listen, you keep going, and I'll say yes, and I'll say no, I'll say yes, and I'm like,
Is that how we're gonna do it? You're gonna wait until you really like one.
Yeah.
What if the listeners like it?
Well, then I'll be like, all right, and I'll be like, y'all is crazy, but okay, I'll give it to them. But as of right now, me and you,
it's not working for you.
No, it's not. No,
I like it though. It's cute. It's very I told you in my past life I was a singer, so it's like it just kind of flows.
I don't know. No.
Well, this episode is all about global warming, so it's like.
Oh, so this episode is about the world ending.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
Which comes from my singing. It's just like, hello.
Yeah, hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Global warming and the world ending. We might as well just live your best life.
Exactly. Just let me be me, know your audience, and just let me, just talk about it.
Listen, you know what? You're right. You can sing, dance, tap, whatever you want to. Because at this point,
it is what it is.
You might as well live your best life.
It's true, really, when you really think about it. Because I've read different articles and how the policies that they're shaping or refusing to look at, with global warming and everything, and how we are really at a time where basically there's no, we can't do anything to change it.
No, it's too late.
Yeah, it's basically, that's the right word. It's too late to try and shift it. We just got to deal with it.
Yep. And when they were telling, let's shift it, let's do it, to people were like, blah, 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 I don't care. And now, so again, we're just going to have to deal with the consequences to when all of this happened. Mother Nature is upset.
Knocking on their doors like, where you at?
Saying, y'all don't appreciate the shit that I brought to y'all.
Not at all. Okay? Because the way things are going, like there was just, in Japan, there was an earthquake, 7.3, I believe, and now it's on tsunami watch.
Yep. And that was like, where was it? Was it that a dormant volcano underneath it?
Yes, I was just going to go. Yes, that one too.
And where was that again?
That was way off the coast of like somewhere, Black Sea somewhere.
I don't remember. Yeah,
Amazon,
and I'm like
it's all the way out there.
A dormant that hasn't been for hundreds.
And I watched a video of it. I was just like, oh my God.
I was like, okay, well, get ready to die, people, because we're talking about stuff that are like, that again, what was it? I was gonna say dinosaurs.
Yes.
We're going through all of those things, volcanoes, falling, higher waters, and eventually Earth has to replenish and heal itself to be able to go through. So what it has to do, it has to get rid of everything to be able to heal and do. And so at this point, I'm like, well, all I say, if it's my time, I don't want to feel no pain.
Listen, but it's really scary because it's like there was a tsunami warning for Hawaii, I believe, and then also us. And it's just like, that had me looking like, excuse me? Tsunami? Like, what? That's insane to me.
Yeah, but
and then every day there's a freaking earthquake here.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about moving. I don't know how I'm going to do the podcast.
But you know what? And also, you know why it's all of these things too. The glaciers are melting. So
yes,
guess what?
I saw about that too.
So guess what that's doing? It's making the water go higher. The glacier, like literally, you see it like chunks.
Yeah,
humongous, just falling into what's going to happen. It's like a cup of water keeps it's going to overflow.
That's crazy.
And then people want to be like, oh, that's not real. Okay, whatever. Are we that, as humans, are we that arrogant to believe
that's the right word.
That there is no consequences for treating Mother Nature in a bad way?
Yeah.
Dumping garbage, doing all these things, animals becoming extinct. It's a domino effect. right?
Yeah.
When animals aren't around today, so then what happens? It's kind of like, it's like one eats one. It's a kind of control, but it also keeps the environment and the world moving. And as it's going more and more extinct and more rare, and they're becoming endangered.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Yeah. And I think it kind of goes back to what we've talked about in the past. The people we're voting for and putting in office, a lot of these people are voting for people that don't believe, in, global warming, the earth and all that stuff. And they want to kill animals and all this and that. And it's just like, you guys, what you're doing to our environment, it's just like the oil companies, then they want to complain about gas prices.
You can't have it both ways.
Like,
and then what? Then what happens? Soil, the scarcity, food, all it's all in effect, cause and effect. And for to be like, oh no, okay, so I keep going. Dinosaurs existed.
Yeah,
they do not now.
Yeah,
for what reason?
I don't know how we're gonna, like you
said.
And
then they had to do evolution or however else, and some survived, some didn't. I don't know. At this end of the day, when they keep saying, "Oh, there's no," I was like, "Are you kidding me?" So you mean to tell me there is no global? How is it that now we're in Los Angeles, we're in Southern California, whatever? I've always been a Cali girl, living in California. I moved out here maybe like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, whatever. How is it that every summer it gets hotter and hotter, and winters get colder and colder?
Earlier, too, in the day,
We were sunny California, and it never rains in Southern California.
Yeah.
Remember, we had pretty much stable, same weather throughout the year.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a quote-unquote winter, and it seems summer is turning into winter, and winter is turning into summer.
Yeah.
How is it that we're in November, December, we got 90-degree weather? Then we're in June and July, and it's 60-degree weather. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I'm like, shit, this global warming is kicking my ass.
It's really fascinating, but it's just like I say, the people that we have in charge, they don't care.
Could you imagine? Do you remember that movie, 2012?
Yes. Like, I'm telling you, every day there's a freaking earthquake, and I'm just like, you guys.
I'm waiting for those, the tornadoes and the hurricanes to start hitting California.
I feel it. It's coming.
Yeah, me too. I'm like, okay,
it's coming.
Oh my God, there was a tornado in California. Yeah.
You remember the rainstorm over in New York and the way that flood, the flood was just like how high it was?
The day after tomorrow. I always think of the day after tomorrow. Do you remember how New York, that whole East Coast froze over?
And that's it. They just went through that.
And people trying to go to Canada and people trying to go to the only thing we need is for the sky to start falling.
Listen. Well, it's crazy, but it was a hailstorm, and I saw a video of it on social media, of course.
Right.
And, these are thick chunks of hail falling.
Big ball. They knock somebody, kill somebody.
I was just like, you guys, y'all better wake up because something is going on.
And then, a lot of these people that are in office, fucking old.
Yeah, a guy just
They're
passed
gonna die.
away. He 88. He just passed away. The senator in Alaska just passed away. 88 years old. He's been in office for 50 years. What he knows about us. How is he voting for?
That's my point. I think there should be a time limit, and I think it should go with generations and what their new policies and concerns are. You got a bunch of old ass men that have no clue
and don't care
and don't give a shit. And I'm fucking dying anyway, so I'm just going to keep it with my agenda.
Yeah. And it's just they're really not for you and for what, even the cost, the food that we're eating and what they're, how they're getting the food and manufacturing and the cost of that is high. But just the food in general and the way it's made, it's not healthy.
No, they're putting all kinds of shit in pesticides, all kinds of seeds to keep the food. Mm-hmm. There are more people now with food allergies than ever.
Yeah. It's insane.
Because of the process and all of and then, or fresh foods and organic cost an arm and a leg unless you have that kind of money.
I mean, I do shop at Whole Foods, but then it's like, oh, do you have Prime membership? So I got to pay for this in order to get a discount on that. And it's like,
yeah,
y'all just want
whole paychecks be killing me.
Yes.
Whole paychecks, I'll be like, woo, I just bought 5 things and it cost me $100.
Girl.
I was like, wow. And it shouldn't be like that.
No.
It should be accessible to everyone. There's nothing, I don't understand why all food isn't organic.
Yeah. It's insane the way
it should not be that hard.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy.
It's nuts.
And then I know I was reading another article, like how the Amazon, like, is drying up. I mean, I know a year or two ago, it was a fire out there and stuff like that.
Where? What?
In the Amazon.
Oh, my God. Listen.
Yeah.
If the Amazon goes, we're going.
Oh, it's halfway kind of gone.
Yeah.
It's dried up. Yeah.
Keeps
it's
going.
Bad.
Because that produces the highest world's oxygen we can breathe.
Yeah, but they don't care.
I want when you can't breathe no more, they're gonna be doing like what was that movie? Shit, I gotta think about it.
Yeah,
that movie where everybody's walking around with breath.
Yeah,
because the air sucks. Mm-hmm. Is it Avatar? Remember how they had to go to a whole nother planet?
When is that movie coming? I know the side note. When is that movie coming out?
Well, what's 2022? I thought it was supposed to come out this year.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But it might be pushed back due to the fact of COVID and how everything went.
But it's a telltale the way the movie is and how, like you say, the air and all that stuff, and
we're gonna try to live in other planets.
Yeah, and trying to take over. Hello.
Are other species going to be welcoming us as we go over there knowing that we destroyed Earth? I'm just saying.
That's true though. It's like we're killing ourselves, but then you want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, that's like your neighbor kills their grass and then they come over to your shit and say, I'm going to park over here because you got green grass. Yeah. Get out of here. You should have taken care of your grass. I take care of mine.
Exactly.
Get the hell out of here. Well, I want to sit on grass and barbecue on your shit. Get over there.
Get gone. But also just in general, I buy water bottle, I ain't gonna lie. But the water and the pipes and how that's all like
you can't
tainted.
even drink water from the sink.
Like all over the country, there's a lot of like lead pipes, and it's just like, how is this country? Listen, don't hate me what I'm about to say, but how is this country sending money to other countries, billions of dollars, but the pipes here and everything else here is broken?
Because if you keep your people oppressed, they won't fight and, whatever. So it's easier to make excuses we need to go help other people instead of taking care of the shit we got here. I'm just saying. It's
true. But it's just sad that that's the way we're going.
How come we don't hear? I mean, I don't know. But, you hear about these other countries that they're viable. They got how do you call it, healthcare. They got this. They got that. And we're supposed to be one of the richest countries.
That's what I'm saying.
And, everybody's saying, oh, everybody wants to come to America. Sometimes I wonder, I'll be like, is there another place where it's not like, not every person doesn't live in, as they say, a bad country.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that was the case, then America would be the only place where everybody's at.
Yeah. No, seriously.
It's a trip. I'd be like.
It really blows my mind when I hear that and see that, because it's just like, y'all ain't. It ain't what you want.
I mean, like, how is it that we have such a huge homeless situation?
Listen, when I was driving here, I'm just like seeing piles and piles of tents, and it's just like,
I'm like, yo, when did this happen? But then here's what kills me. We have what we call where I would call encampamentos in Spanish, but like encampments. I sometimes I gotta think English and Spanish, where the homeless are literally taking over streets and streets and streets, right?
And I'm seeing this in Beverly Hills.
Exactly. they're homeless, and then they're right in front of a building that costs $5,000 a month to rent to live.
These apartment buildings, and
can,
I'm just
can,
like,
can you make that? Can you explain that?
I've seen it. They're building these condos, all this and that, but then got these tents right in front.
You know, as like, can we fix that and put people and
Back
give
to
them,
work.
give them the, a lot of them aren't, drug addicts. A lot of them aren't, a lot of them are just people who got down on their luck.
The pandemic.
Pandemic. One job, one paycheck away from being homeless.
Yeah.
There's a lot going onto that.
Oh yeah.
And then here's another thing. I saw something where I was like, wow, this is why we're so fucked. Because there was a gentleman who was a homeless. They did an interview with him and said, do you like being homeless?
No, they didn't.
Oh, listen. No, wait. Do you like being homeless? Is there, if you could be put up in, put it into a place and do all of that? And he's like, I'm okay being homeless. He goes, because, mind you, he goes, I get money from the government. I get monthly, like $600-$700 a month, whatever, something like that. And then he goes, and then I get like $250 from a month from EBT. Like
what?
He goes, so I basically get $1,000 a month free. And I just live out here and I don't have all these extra bills. He goes, I got a phone and I download Netflix and that's how I watch my TV.
What?
I was like, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah.
I was dumbfounded when this man said this.
Yeah.
And he said, and then they go, well, what about the cops? He goes, nah, the cops are pretty much our friends, and they let us know when they're coming in to clean out and do all of that. A lot of us aren't out here causing problems, doing all kinds of things. He's like, well, I hate to say it, but the government is literally paying me to stay in the street.
That's insane.
I was like, yo, this
That's
is
insane.
crazy. So here I'm working, I'm hustling and bustling, whatever. And then you're telling me I got to pay, $4,000 a month in rent. And then I have the homeless everywhere.
Listen,
that doesn't make any sense.
It does
Why
not.
can't we just get it so they can get up and going? What I sometimes I feel like is what people don't realize. The more they work and the more people are stable, the more the economy flourishes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's money going into it's like a circle.
Yeah.
And and listen, I am not blaming homeless people.
Yeah. No, of course.
Okay? Because a lot of them don't have control of where they're at.
Yeah.
But as a government needs to do better and how they're doing. This guy the gentleman was talking was an ex-veteran. Why is it that our veterans are living in the street?
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
Yeah, that should not be happening
At all. They put their lives so we can be free and protected, and they're living in the street. That makes zero sense to me.
And they should have health care.
They should have everything they need.
Education. That should
everything.
Not be,
they should be able to have a home.
Yeah.
They should be automatically. It shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah. Well, that actually and I think I asked you this before. What do you think about the little housings, tiny homes in San Francisco? And how that's going, because it's just like...
Well, I think they did it out here in North Hollywood as well. They
did? Oh, okay.
Like these tiny homes for homeless.
Yeah.
A lot of them do want to be off the streets. A lot of them want to have a sense of gratification and, being dignity and not being forgotten.
Yes, of course.
Not being forgotten. So for me, if that's what it takes, tiny homes, and we take it instead of building these freaking
5 billion condo.
And we're taking land and we're building. I don't see what the problem is.
Because they're closing down businesses to build these apartments and condos. And I'm just like, well, where people go work in order to afford to live there?
Exactly. And then here's my question. You're doing all of that, right? But you're closing down business. Where are people going to work?
Yeah.
To be able to afford these. But I did see on, I think it was social media, they were talking about how California now wants to start taxing.
Everything is a freaking tax.
No, I know.
I'm so
but
over
they're
it.
developers and flipping houses. They want a bigger tax cut on it. So I don't know if that's to discourage developers and contractors from buying up places, making, flipping it, returning, and then selling it for a whole ton of money. So they're saying they want the guy did these numbers and something, and it came up to like a developer building this and would flip it and sell it. They would lose 65% of it would go to taxes, government, whatever. So if somebody bought a house, whatever, bought something, 100,000, whatever, and then they put money into it, and then they sold it for 170,000, whatever. So their profit is 70, whatever it was something like that. And then by the time they turn around and get taxes from what they should have pocketed, instead of it, like let's say being 80,000, now they're only pocketing 20.
Okay.
15.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if that would change.
Yeah.
How, especially in California.
I mean, just to me in general, taxes are ridiculous right now.
We're always
everything is taxed, and I'm just so over it. I just paid my taxes, I ain't getting nothing back. But it's like being a business owner is just like ridiculous right now.
And how about this? How is it that it's a pandemic, I'm getting the money that I put in and you're taxing me on that, and then I don't get my money back? That's so stupid.
Yeah. And you see, it's a trickle effect. And it all, this is all about global warming, but it's a trickle effect on how all this comes together. And it just blows my mind. And it's just like, what is going on?
Well, yes. How are you going to say global warming and that? When people aren't productive and taking care of things, that affects the environment.
Yes.
So if there's dirt, people are throwing garbage, all of those things, and just polluting and doing that, that causes global warming and affects it. It's a what you call a circle. It's just a cause and effect, cause and effect, cause and effect. So
it's really, really eye-opening and very ridiculous. Of course, it's just insane overall. I don't know. We just really need to do better in general, and just try and figure out how we can really. I mean, like I said, we can't stop it, but at least we can maybe slow it down some way, just to figure out some type of plan, because it's just the way we're going about it now, it ain't gonna be nothing for your children, your children's children. When you really think about it.
And people are looking at it like that and don't care.
Yeah, and it's just what legacy are you leaving for them? Which also brings up another thing of California. Have you been looking at the governor race and who's running? Caruso's
running. Interesting.
I said that too, and I'm just really? Another billionaire.
Another billionaire and developer. You know what? I have not, to be honest, I've been ignorant. I haven't really been paying attention. I need to pay attention.
Yeah. These local races, we really need to focus and pay attention.
I have not, and I know. And who they are, because when it's time to vote, I got to vote. But I did not know Caruso was running.
I've been seeing his commercials, and I'm just I
don't have regular TV. So.
Yeah, here's another, billionaire trying to, get our votes. And I'm just
So what's his agenda? He's a billionaire. So is it to help his billionaires and the top 1%?
I mean, he's saying what you want to hear. I'm not the corporate people. I'm not for the business people. I'm not getting paid by the lobbyists and this and that. And I believe he's running as a independent, I think. But I'm just
interesting for someone who develops a lot.
Exactly.
And puts businesses and all of that. I mean, it could be a catch-22. Here's the thing. He knows how to develop, create, do job, because he's done these amazing, you see, the Caruso look.
But then you got to question, though, and talk to these people that he has built these and gotten these business opening under his, brand or whatever. What do they say? What do the tenants say? How is he as,
No, that's my point. So here's the thing. Could it be another Donald Trump situation?
Ooh.
Where it's presented in one way and then it turns out to be another?
Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, he's a good developer, businessman, creating, doing all of this, but then turn around and it'd be it's completely the opposite?
Yeah, that's so true. Because we have been bamboozled.
Girl, that's a sheesh.
You know what I'm saying?
More than a few times.
Listen, it's just
interesting.
Like,
so I'm going to have to look into our candidates and what we got going on out here.
Yeah, because I'm just like, I don't want another person that's going to talk the talk and to your face, but really not. But
then there's no consequences when they get in there. It's kind of like people are like, oh, whatever, they're in there, so forget it. Yeah,
and it's just like, we got a lot to clean up.
Oh, girl. I don't think we'll be cleaning up shit in our lifetime. Just saying.
It's just sad, you know.
It's the generations and generations and generations of bullshit. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's just overall, just in general, all the different, you know, campaigns going on and the midterms coming up. And it just really makes you think, like, people are going to be saying what they want to say.
Of course.
To get your vote, of course.
Dude, it's like you gotta look at it like this, because we're women. It's like that guy who wants to get you in bed, and he's gonna say and do whatever it wants, and ask you what do you need and what it is to be the right kind of guy for you. But he's manipulating, and then he does everything you want, and then he gets you in bed, does it, and then pop, and then you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so
I just got bamboozled.
Yeah. And I know of Stacey Abrams. She's running again for governor. And I believe DeSantis in Florida, he's going to be running again for governor. And it's just like, a lot of these people are, and one part about it is a lot of people forget what people have done in the past.
Hey, it's like, I was going to say, you want to know another analogy with that? It's like a woman who gives birth. Right? Ooh. You forget, you go in, you give birth, it's painful, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, it's like you forget. And then you do it all over again. And you go, why the fuck did I do this?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Yeah. People forget. Then we get fucked again. And they go, oh, my God, how did that happen?
Yeah.
It's like giving birth.
True. So true. And then one of the... And with thinking about it, and it's the hypocrisy also.
Yeah,
with that.
Of course.
And it's just like how they don't want to, you know... They want to bring up everything about, you know, if you're a Democrat and what you've done and said, but then they want you to ignore everything they've done as a Republican. And I'm just like, y'all all got skeletons in your closets.
Every single one. It's like that. I'm always going to do some bullshit. But it's like that dude who be like, yeah, my shit is big. I can do this. I can do that. And then you go in and you're like, that's some bullshit. You just bamboozled me and that wasn't even what I was supposed to be getting. Wait. No. Some other person gassed you up.
Yeah.
A narcissist. Yeah. Narcissist. Oh, this is, and then they do it. Political, and the Democrats and Republicans, both of them, all parties are narcissists.
Oh, yes. Big time.
Don't look at what I did, but I'm going to tell you what you did.
Exactly.
What, huh?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You can't tell me when you've done the same thing. No, it's different because I did it.
Yeah.
The way I did it was different from what, no, it's the same shit.
No, it's all the same. And it really just, you know, annoys me and just really gets me to thinking, and hopefully everybody else is really thinking, because these people are making the decisions, you know, and all these, well, not all the countries, but most of these countries, you know, have nuclear weapons, and how they're thinking of they're in the process, I guess, kind of a twofold thing right here is Joe Biden administration, they need Russia to help negotiate in order to not have Iran have nuclear weapons. But at the same time, Russia is invading Ukraine. And so they're trying to, like, of course, continue to support in Ukraine. So it's like they still need Russia because you got this other adversary over here.
Listen.
Because at the end of the day, nuclear war is no one wants it because you're literally, North Korea, everybody's shooting off. Hello, and you're going to really destroy the earth?
They have, nuclear war would destroy. I'd be like, okay, well, let me be gone. Let me go in peace and call it a day.
And all these folks going to be in bunkers, hiding out.
They can hide out because I wouldn't want to be out here after that shit is done.
Yeah.
Okay? Nuclear war, radiation, all that.
Insane.
Let me go and be in peace.
Yeah, but this is what we're thinking about now. Well, hopefully people are thinking about that. You know, they was the Bay of Pigs, all this stuff was 30 years ago, you know. But now it's like up for talking. Conversations are happening. People are like really like they have to start doing training, teaching kids.
People should know the movies tell us what's gonna happen.
It's crazy to me. Like, I did not think in my lifetime I would be discussing this.
Listen, weren't they doing the Cuba? Remember the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like
it's just different form. It's a different form of all of that. We don't.
And
we
this
keep
man is crazy. His finger is on that button.
He's excited. He's like, "Let me go in."
I'm like, dude, do you know what you're...
So you could be the only person? That'd be real fun.
And all you're doing is killing your own people.
Again, that's real fun.
It's
and like, I'm the only person. I'm the ruler. And you're like, really? So you solo?
And there's still effects from the nuclear war, the bomb that we sent, years ago. It's still from when in Japan.
Yeah,
like there's still effects to this day, and it's just Hiroshima. Like, have y'all not learned anything?
No. Hate to say it, no.
Oof. It's a mess.
It's a mess.
As the world turns.
Girl, yes it does.
Is that soap opera still on? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But we don't need it because the real life is right now.
Exactly. That's what we're in right now. So it is what it is.
Bless, ma'am.
And on that note.
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Peace. Love and happiness.
Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and Tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.